He's really trying to make something work for him. Finally gets the diamond.
Got the diamond.
Huge
Diamond
comeback
sword
mechanic here because this iron is going to start getting printed.
Yep. Okay. He's going to let him cook. He's just let him cook.
Zurzel's
Let
good
him
with
cook.
it.
He's going to do it.
Give him the 9 diamonds. That's what I say. Fun fact, Steve can store 9 diamonds. I don't know why. He just can. Because why not?
Oh my god, not going to find.
Watch Zurzel lose, though.
Oh my goodness. No, gets the hammer arm now.
Oh, wow.
my
Anvil of all
God.
things. Okay. Interesting play there from Murph. He might have actually been looking for a shield break or some sort of shield poke combo. So he can
building for it. He's building for it.
Okay, guys, I'm
Diamond
just saying.
pickaxe, baby. The diamond pickaxe coming through.
If you lose this, he has to hold it.
You really do.
You
did this to yourself at this point.
And Murph, if this stock is not ended early, he's going to have access to a second diamond after those tools inevitably break.
Right.
So Zurzel's really got to look to end this game right now. And high percent, but we've seen this scenario before, but Murph has so many materials here looking for that defensive down air out of disadvantage from Zurzel, but not able to find it. Zurzel going to stay composed, not going to give Murph that. Ooh, down smash. Wow, okay. An interesting launch angle there. Ooh, jab. Okay. Not quite able to space that jab for the pick loop.
Okay, off the sword, not gonna hit.
There's a lot of hitboxes.
That's a lot. A lot.
That's a Min in the air, pressing a lot of buttons.
Right. Okay, both gonna play for ledge.
Oh, no,
he's trapped.
Yeah, back air, that is probably the optimal punish there because up smash is not going to take it, and you want to keep it still. I'm just saying, guys. I mean, come on.
He did it to himself. You let him cook for too long.
Oh, okay. He actually busted out like the matchup check there at the end, no lie, because like nobody like knows that but like Megawatt, if you start it and it sails over the blocks, you can fast fall to bring the Megawatt down on top of the Steve player. It's a crazy thing because, Min has access to like her base, essentially what's her forward tilts in the air. So if you space it right, you can put it up there and just fast fall like it's a normal aerial because that's the way it's coded. So, yeah, again, shades of Jake versus Zurzel here. Maybe not as much maulding on the end of Murph, though, I have to say. I don't know if Jake's coming back to Alabama, guys, but that was a fun set to watch nonetheless, I have to say.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and going into game 2, I mean, you gotta feel like Murph definitely figured out something at least because, I mean, Zurzel might have gifted him a little bit of a way to get back into the game, gave him a lot of iron, gave him an extra diamond to boot. But, I mean, that just shows, if anything, how if Murph is able to accomplish his game plan of getting those resources, it just becomes so impossible for Zurzel when he's trying to, keep Murph in the corner, keep him in disadvantage, etc. And plus, you can just die to Anvil at like 40.
I'd like to think, but I do like to think that Zurzel does have the matchup very well practiced. I mean, even though he did give him that gracious period, getting everything, letting him cook, letting him build resource or whatever have you. Even when he did have, diamond and gold like right back to back, he's like, all right, cool, I'm confident, whatever. I'm at high 90. I'm still going to play aggressive as I need to. And so I think he's going to carry that all the way through this set and not have too much to worry with because he did look good. That's the thing. Like, oh, yeah, he dropped down on that one stock, but that was his own hubris coming back to bite him. Yeah. So, honestly, I'm none too worried about how Zurzel's going to play the rest of this, but there is an avenue in which he can lose, for sure.
Yeah. And Murph just going to return to PS2 here.
Okay.
Pretty rudimentary, I think, for Steve because there's a couple stages where you're more likely to get stone and iron, and PS2 happens to be one of them. So, but also this stage is very good for Min.
Okay.
Murph. All right, we're already in there with the wooden tools.
All right, that's not what you use it.
Yeah, I think what Murph is thinking is like to win this matchup, he's just gonna have to hit Zurzel away in order to buy the time to set up the walls, get some iron, and it's looking really sluggish right now. But he has been able to get enough resources to build the iron tools, and that's really the first step because now if he's able to land a combo string onto Zurzel, now or even stone. No, he just had stone tools, but that's gonna enable him to get iron, which will enable him to get diamond even faster.
Anvil, okay. Not gonna work on this time. Now he retreats back to his cave. Zurzel has to break through the wall. Do an attack on Titan cosplay real quick.
So repairing the stone tools really quick. Needs one more iron. Oh no, but actually goes for the minecart, looking for a little bit of a mix-up out of the corner. Another minecart. Okay. Forward air coming down. Zurzel overcommitting a little bit to covering the ground instead of worrying about what was
no, that's
down air. There it is. Yeah, down air can just take it there.
Yeah, sitting in a very high post 100.
And the thing is that didn't look like the worst DI in the world from Zurzel. Like he went a decent amount to the left because bad DI on Anvil looks like you just kind of go straight up.
Right.
So it definitely wasn't the worst in the world. Probably not the best, but still a good reaction.
Oh,
jabs are coming out, boys.
He does have it.
He went for the forward air actually. Wow. Probably trying to go for double forward air for the spike.
Anvil number 2 not going to work this time around. Zurzel able to get back on the stage.
Murph with literally nothing in the bank but 2 iron right now. Just 2 iron in a dream.
This man is on a 2008 recession, trying to make it work the best he can. Got 1 gold nugget.
He's got Mama Dollar and Papa Dollar.
Unfortunately, put too much into Dogecoin. Oh, but hey, he's coming up hard in the crypto market with that diamond now.
Oh, yeah, that back air is so safe. Able to just link it immediately into an up tilt for additional.
That's a good grab. That's such a good grab, Zurzel.
And now Zurzel sporting a little bit of an empowerment on that next Dragon Arm attack because of the grab.
Oh, ambitious from Zurzel.
Oh, Elytra. Wow, okay. That was like a call out from Zurzel as well.
Yeah.
I think he knew that mix-up was going to come at some point. And that, again, just shows his prowess in this matchup. Really, again, trying to thread the needle between the block here to get that sort of overhead, almost, you want to call it, like an overhead megawatt. But
wow. Okay, we'll tag onto that. Gonna angle it down.
Yeah, really good drift there from Murph to avoid that sort of more like stagnant 2-frame timing.
He's getting really good at reading these anvils and these cards. Oh,
yeah, again, Zurzel just looking really desperate to get this stock off, and Murph more than content to just sit on the platform and try to get some more resources. But
Dragon Arm once
Zurzel
again.
finally able to take it, got him in his out of the comfort zone there off stage with not many resources.
Okay. 2-2, but Zurzel got that very nice percent. He's gonna need to do it a little bit more. Push it forward. It's not like game 1. The tempo has drastically slowed down here.
Oh, he's taking
No
it.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
with the iron blocks there.
Okay, fishing him off.
Yeah,
Good timing.
I don't know what was
timing.
telling me, but I felt that one was just gonna hit. Yeah, and when Zurzel starts going for those charged megawatts, he's definitely looking for the neutral get up. Megawatt incredibly active with the charge on it. It's almost impossible to miss that on someone's neutral get up timing if you have the correct call out.
Get another one for the ring. Okay, back to the dragon.
And Murph has diamond here, but has to find a way to hit Zurzel with no material.
Hit two. Countered immediately. Both of them at one strong hit, and that will do it.
Not the best DI in the world there from Murph, kind of just going right to the left there. No kill sparks or anything. 28% already on the board for Zurzel as well. Zurzel looking to wrap this one up before Murph can sort of exacerbate this any further.
Oh, that was such a good call. He's going to charge down again.
Again, an insane mix-up on that trajectory there with the Elytra. Going to, cash Murph's ticket back onto stage here, but for how long?
Yeah, for how long indeed. Needs to get a setup going. Needs to get some walls in the way of Zurzel. Prevent it, but the
even
megawatt.
catching the jump get up. And that is, that'll take it.
That'll do it.
That much charge on megawatt, you don't really have a hope of survival, unfortunately, for Murph.
Yep, okay, Zurzel just had to play it a little bit slower. Took him a little bit longer, but he does get the second game. And right back to PS2. We're going to stick with it all 3 games. So we'll see how it goes. Is there a character switch? Maybe no.
No, going straight back to Enderman. And this is something that I like to see a lot is like, we were talking a lot about like maybe, if you're down 2-0 in like a close situation, that might be the time to like switch it up or like even test out something new for like just test out like a character's bracket ability. But instead what Murph is doing here is like kind of the opposite, where he's just telling himself in his head, I have to figure this out as Steve or I'm losing, right? Which is really admirable, because when you switch matchups, character matchups in this game, you lose a lot of like specific sort of niche intel that you might have about your opponent. So I like to see him keeping it even on the same stage here, just trying to change with the floor plan. Or I mean the game plan rather.
Yeah. I mean, change the floor plan too. This time I'm going to go with the platform area to get everything for the crafting, and let's see how this works. I mean, he's playing a little bit more lofty now, but we'll get caught. Zurzel going to take that stock real quick. Has not even been touched. Okay.
Zurzel using that megawatt again very well there, just threading the needle.
My goodness.
And again, it feels like Murph just cannot find his footing in these games here, because from one stock into another immediate combo into a 2-frame,
you can't get back
into another again, looking like it might be the stock here. Honestly, if Murph is not able to recover soon, but should be a decent amount of damage here.
That's the wood. He's stacking all the way.
57% there. And a very, very aggressive. I actually think the crafting table might have prevented that forward smash from landing there, because it might have buffered the hitbox for a frame or two.
Yep, the box of the crafting table. Good grab, back throw. Shooting up. Okay, crafting box actually taking his life there. Alive a little bit longer.
So little to work with here has Murph, and it's just really, really painful to see him have to continually get out of this corner, but no up tilt even. Zurzel just too fast on the draw with that air dodge.
Very nice play from Zurzel.
What's
Wait a minute. All right, going to do a little bit of crafting here. Minecart not going to work. Will going to dash it, though.
Yeah, weak dash attack going to give him maybe a positional advantage here, but definitely still worse for wear, I would say. And now last stock, not able to find a diamond there on that second stock that he could maybe cash in here on the third stock to really sort of go all out. And now it's just, we feel like we're back to square one here. Murph trying to make it work here, but Zurzel actually giving him I feel like almost kind of taking his foot off the gas pedal here for some reason, allowing Murph to get, you know, half a bar of resources, especially allowing him stone as well on top of iron.
Okay, yep, so now there's a lot more damage to work with. Gonna put a little block out.
Well, I like that idea from Murph. They're very ambitious.
Yeah, trying to block the pathway back in. Oh my goodness, the anvil's a little bit too close for comfort. Zurzel trying to get a 3-stock in on this thing, not trying to go down. Watt in hand, Dragon in the other. Deadly combination.
Murph actually avoiding the Megawatt that time. It looked like he hugged the wall as close as possible to sort of, you know, hand his way around it. And we've seen this one before.
We've seen that, yep. When in doubt, anvil it out. Murph will claim one and get another little gleaming diamond in there. Okay.
Oh, and Murph's just running at him. He knows he has no materials again. He's sort of subscribing to the fact that he has to just hit him. Oh, and you think maybe with him tapping A there, he might have been able to make it, but with the reversal, it was going to be just too hard.
Yep. Okay, that will be Zurzel taking it a 3-0-2.
So far, things just occurring as seeded here. We have Tavares versus Zurzel in winners finals. And on the loser side of things here, and I believe losers quarters, we're going to have Sam versus Murph, and Raven versus Zero for fifth. Or no, for fourth. They'll be playing for fourth, but okay. All right, cool. All right, so we're actually going to be jumping right into winners finals here. A little bit of a scheduling change here. Yeah, so we actually get to see the two players we just saw won these sets. They're going to be fighting it out for their position in grand finals. Obviously, a very lofty position there. If you when you meet the person who comes in from losers finals, you got a whole 2 sets to play with. Whether that's the person you played in winners finals or someone who you maybe didn't speculate as making it that far, still a really nice thing to have.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get this game. Zurzel still hot off that last win. Tavares, you know, it's not nice to poke the bear. I'm good.
I'll take a second one. I will take a second one.
Give it to him.
I am a water fan.
I'll drink to that. Toasties.
Yeah, again, we're looking at what really, in tournament at least, amounts to 2 character specialists here. Yeah. Tavares able to pretty much run the roster on anyone playing any character that he wants to. But in the bracket, we definitely expect to see the Mario, and especially in such a high octane, high important set like this, we're going to be looking at the Mario versus the Min Min.
Yeah, Mario Min Min.
And if you want to talk about like storied matchups that we've sort of been referring to here tonight, you know, this is another one, at least in the overall Alabama lore, because when Tavares came back from California, there was this overarching story lineup. Who's really #1 because Zurzel was definitely on the come up while Tavares was gone, and so far Tavares has been able to defend that throne pretty well. But that can always change, especially if you're taking Min Min to Smashville.
Yeah, this is gonna Zurzel, I pray for you.
Undoubtedly, Min Min's best stage. The arms just cover so much area. When you're getting back to stage, Min Min will stand center stage and edge guard you. Like, it feels
seeing
like
it right now.
Like, and it's so rough because you get edge guarded from the same position. You're getting ledge trapped, and it's just the character doesn't even have to move. They just have so much range once they get you out there. We're definitely going to be seeing a little bit of trouble from Tavares, I would think, in restoring stage positioning this first game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult for Tavares to actually get consistent damage, consistent combos like he likes to do going. A lot of his options are kind of skewed here. I mean, he gets some flood pushes, sure. The cape can definitely help him out in a lot of situations here, but it's just, like you said, Zurzel literally can stand in the center of the stage and cover everything.
When it comes to punishing the landings, ledge trapping, you know, edge guarding, I feel like, you know, Min Min really has the advantage here in everything but combos, and I feel like even that's kind of disputable because with the side blast zones of the stage, you can get hit at like around this %, honestly, by a Ram into a Dragon Laser, and you can just say goodbye.
Yep, Mario Tornado to land in the air, tries to call out the down air, not going to land. As he does get the boots, not quite there, enough fireball.
Oh, the fireball, wait, did that save Zurzel? You have to wonder, because it might have canceled the end of that up B animation, which might have actually made Zurzel calm down more.
Well, if there's one thing Tavares going to do, it's going to up smash you out of shield, and it works. more than it doesn't. So that's going to be a stock going his way, putting it to 2-2. Unfortunately, he is very high in that percentage. He can get a combo going to alleviate that, but Zerzel's definitely not going to take that lane down. As you see right now, once again, playing around that center, name of the game, run up, grab, down throw, push it up.
This should be the stock here,
yeah.
Perfect positioning from Tavares all the way through. That was actually, sometimes that combo can be a bit hard to pull off because you're so close to the edge. You don't quite have enough room between the first and second back air. I mean, rather the first, second up air to drift back.
Ooh.
But I mean, Zerzel coming in with a combo of their own right now, evening things up once again. And these are the top 2 ranked players in Alabama. Anathema number 0, you know.
Big Nath number 0 hovering over, watches from his perch up high.
But as far as our resident players, these are the 2 best, and they're definitely looking like it right now. That is a kill spark on a move that is not going to kill.
Oh my goodness. They probably thought it was going to be wrong.
It did kill. It just in a different way.
Not in the way we intended.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll get there
Zerzel's flow charting, especially like, because the thing is Mario's recovery is, when he has his double jump, it is so good. It is so many mix-ups, so many timing, like little different timings you can go for it, especially considering up he has invincibility on it. But when you take away that double jump, barring a few really like ambitious mix-ups that you can go for with the directional air dodge and like some weird timings on the up B, it becomes, you know, pretty, you know, straightforward to edge guard that character. And so, but I mean, sometimes the most straightforward things can be a recipe for choking in bracket moments, and Zerzel, you know, he held it down right there.
Yeah, held it down indeed. All right, Tavares going to go back to it. Let's see if he can bring this back, or is Zerzel going to go up too low? Straight back safe.
Yeah, again, back to Smash, but you have to think that Tavares has some sort of game plan that he's trying to execute on with this stage. And if you ask me, it's got to be just getting him off stage, going for the gimps, and maybe going for some of these center platform combos, some DI mix-ups, just maybe even exploiting the relatively, sometimes flawed, admittedly, disadvantage state that Zerzel has.
Right.
Zerzel's known to throw out a couple questionable downers, a couple questionable air dodges from time to time. So you got to wonder if that might be the play here.
Back in. Okay. I love that Tavares floated back there to avoid it.
Did he just use Fireball to flank with that first hit of Dragon before the laser? If he did, that was insane. I mean, still ended up taking taking the L there in that sequence, but still just shows you again the creativity really of this player.
Okay, looking for the drop down. Pass it up. Forward air not gonna work.
Wow, the down air mix up there, multi-hit mix up on shield. Min doesn't have too many of those.
Off stage, not going to quite grab it. Okay, those grabs are not reaching how he wants them to.
Back air to get some nice corner pressure here. Zerzel just going to stand there in shield, really disciplined, dash attacking out too. Okay, down tilt, the back air should do it. I believe Zerzel lost his jump, but then Nair sends the wrong way. He drifted just a little bit too far to the left and actually escorted Zerzel back to the stage with no double jump.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, in the directional air dodge, no, he will be able to make it back. Not quite that laggy.
Almost made him bite the bullet. I was almost terrible for him. We'll get pushed back and all the way through. Dragon laser.
Everything is just coming up for Zerzel right now, despite that. But I mean, this should be the other way around. One stock to one, or 2 stocks to 1 in favor of Tavares right now.
Unfortunately, it did not go that way. That was so unfortunate, pushing up the opposite direction. Yeah, that's a lot of ground to cover.
I love seeing characters like Mario, characters like Yoshi, use their high priority aerials to sort of contest the Ram, even the Megawatt sometimes.
Okay, looking for it, offstage. Very slow get up.
Really good roll call out there from Tavares. He noticed there was a little bit of a discrepancy in the timing between Zerzel had been choosing his options earlier and just decided to rip it.
That's a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors scenario. The cape coming in like I had talked about before fishing. Fireball flow down. He's going to start it again, goes to the down air. No, not going to land this time. We'll get the grab. We'll get the back throw. Yes. Looking for Flood.
Flood, and Zerzel did stall himself a little bit there.
Ooh, great shield. He was going to go for it again.
Up smash actually not going to take it. Wow. Phenomenal DI from Zerzel, honestly. That move is known to be a little bit weaker. It definitely scales with Rage very, very well, but you would definitely expect it to kill around there.
Okay, good. Jumping back.
There's those quick time air dodges again.
Yep. Now he's in a dangerous spot, though. Zerzel does not need a lot to take out this Mario from this percent.
But then again, neither does the Mario to take out this Min. Did he lose his double jump? No, still is keeping it tight to his chest here.
So professional holding onto that double jump like that.
This is still so doable for Tavares.
Lands the last hit of the tornado, managing to stay alive for a little bit now.
No, not grabbing from that forward tilt. Actually betting it all on a jump out of the corner from Zurzel.
These outer shield options are plenty for him. He catches them in the air.
Interception!
No!
Zurzel lost his double jump, but then immediately air dodged. Tavares was not quite prepared for that punish.
Good shield off of recovery.
And it's just so tense. They both know they don't need much to take this one.
He's alive. He says he's alive, and he has a chance.
Oh, he went right to the corner, but that we went back to the commentator camera. That was even
cut the feed, cut the cameras.
You know he's going away at 170% after the hit to Megawatt. Yeah, but still phenomenally played by Tavares there. I'm really excited for this game 3 because it really, the game 1 it felt like, you know, Tavares might have been on the back foot, sort of like either a stage or matchup issue there, maybe both even, but now it feels like we're really playing on even footing here because no matter how high the percent discrepancy was that last stock, both players knew alarmingly well how easy it was for either of them to win.
Right, and for him to bring it to that point after that very awkward situation that resulted in him going a stock down, for him to bring it back, it's like, all right, cool, whatever, brush that off. That just shows the caliber of player that Tavares is, his ability to get back into it, not let the mind games mess with him, and now
we are going to go to Town and City.
Town and City. This should be interesting.
Yeah, and this is an interesting pick because there's a couple of factors I think you have to consider on this stage. Number one, the ceiling is too high for Mario to be getting kills off of his like up B combos, even sometimes the down air combos, and you're also giving Min Min a little bit of an easier time killing you because she usually tends to kill you off the side. But the one crucial thing about this stage that's so important, I think, in this matchup for Tavares is that this stage turns into FD. Yes. And if you put Min Min in disadvantage on FD, it becomes a very difficult game for this character to play.
Yep, as we are seeing right now. Oh no,
that was almost the cheesiest sound of all time. Double back air to forward air. Tavares is looking for, not able to find it. The roll read from Tavares, or I mean rather Zurzel.
Yeah, very good job.
Showing some real composition here.
Yep, managed to get that stock number 1 down pat. Okay, Zurzel's at 39. Tavares can definitely make something work here. Platform actually going to save his life right there. Just barely holding on right now. Zurzel playing the keep away game very, very well. Tavares trying to get in. Looking for off stage, not going to happen. Okay, we're talking about the adaptations that Zurzel was making.
He called out the spot dodge after that immediate down air at a disadvantage.
The mind reader himself.
Insane from Tavares there.
That back throw was so nice. Double jump was usable? No? Okay, yeah,
again, we're looking at the fun zone for either of these characters right now on FD because the first one that goes in disadvantage, it's gonna be a difficult time getting out.
Yeah, Tavares at 111 right now, gonna fall into a forward smash.
Yeah. It makes Min Min even better at catching those landings when you don't have the platforms to rely on. And again, these downers from Zurzel really becoming sort of an issue here. And this is an insane sequence from Tavares.
Oh my god.
96 damage, it's still counting as Zurzel was trapped on this platform now. Tavares looking to make this advantage in this lead really just disappear in a matter of seconds.
Yep. That was so smart for him to know that the down air is going to connect with that platform. He dropped down perfect timing to make them and connect that down air with the platform so he can get some rebuttal under it. So now he has to push it forward even more, or Zurzel's going to close this one out. Jumps up. Oh, good shield. Gets the grab. Back throw. Okay. Blood to push. Blood times 2. Up air. Up smash. Up air. Okay. Oh, Tavares super sense. Gets caught again. That is the 3rd time he has fallen into a grab from Zurzel.
Yeah, and that felt like that was really Tavares' moment there, having Zurzel really right where he wanted him on the FD configuration. Zurzel really with nowhere to go but down, and Tavares not able to capitalize on that option. Good mix-up from Zurzel.
Get him in the air.
And that's going to be the one that actually, oh no, we're not quite
done
yet.
Wait a minute! He's still in it! Managing to live it for a little while longer.
Megawatt looking pretty stale right now, not even taking him to the corner.
One more tap.
If you know anything about Tavares, you know this is not a player who gives up, able to take that stock. And I mean, someone's got to say it, man. This is definitely still winnable for Tavares here. Really well-spaced snare. Zurzel just having to respect that one. Running away, trying to create some distance, making it even harder for Tavares to get in. But now we are in the spot where Min Min prefers Mario the most.
Yep, it's so difficult. Him at 147.
Yeah, that should be it.
That time will be the closer. And that will actually be Zurzel getting the 3-0.
I was going to say a 3-0. Well, it definitely did not feel like it was in the books for that one. But nonetheless, here we are.
Okay. We're going to stall for a little bit. One of the games still going on. Loser's 5th.
Yeah, so from what we've been told, it appears that Murph is currently in the lead versus Sam.
Yeah. Not
super surprising, considering that I believe in the Steve matchup, Sam has sort of tended to struggle against Murphs at least. I'm not even really very aware of how that matchup plays between Samus and Steve, but I feel like it has to be, it's probably even-ish, because I think Samus does have some good options.
Samus has a lot of options that can cover, and like, I mean, if you're trying to play distance against the Samus,
yeah, like Nair's got to be good at killing wall. You think Zaire, even like Samus Zaire, how meaty it is. And if you get the hitbox on Zaire where it hits twice, it probably wipes the wall out. Yeah.
I'll have to test that in the lab later. Yeah. I'm thinking it does, but I'll have to test that in the lab later for sure.
But yeah, of course, as we were just feel like it's they're just never seated in such a way that allows them to actually play at those like smaller 30-man brackets.
Right, right. They do a good job of avoiding each other.
Yeah,
more
definitely
often than they play each other. So definitely love it. Yo, big shout outs to Kami. Shout outs to my boys NCA getting all this going. Like the fact that we have such great production quality for this tournament is really dope. I mean, look, Bama, I call Bama the crossroads all the time because people got to go through us to get somewhere else, right? We have people coming from Georgia, got people coming in from Tennessee, got people from Florida, literally just coming in. And so for everybody to be here is so special. And honestly, this Smash bracket has been so much fun to watch through. And look, this is just the beginning. We still got it going. We still got so many more events coming up throughout the entire year. If you're not already following the NCA, Twitter, Facebook, if you're not in the Discord, get in that as well. Monthly events happening all the time. See a lot of these familiar faces out. This is the big one. This is like, you know, the big event happening, but we do be doing stuff all the time. Bama Weeklies at Eplex happening as well. Just stay informed, stay in tune, as we do have our players on stage now.
Yeah, looks like that set went as sort of projected.
Yep.
Murph did take it over Sam. And again, the big question is, do we see the Steve? I feel like with the commitment that Murph has showcased towards that character so far, I feel like it's almost sort of inevitable that we're going to see it. But, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, Cloud does have a really solid matchup against Ness, and quite an easy one, too, by most accounts. Yep. Able to just sort of wall out Ness with those very large and sort of generous hitboxes in terms of their frame advantage and whatnot. Yep. But yeah, we are going to be seeing Steve versus Ness here. Did not quite catch the stage that we're starting on, but you got to imagine it's probably going to be PS2.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm going to take my drinks and take my leave. See you. It's been nice.
It was excellent to see you again.
Yes, yes. All right. This has been Beautiful Girl signing off. I'm pouring out some brewskis. See you.
All right.
All right. Sweet. We're good. Yeah, it was a pretty convincing 3-0 from her side. So I went and checked and saw the matchup. She went Samus 2 games, Sam did, and then tried to Pyra Mithra, did 10. So it happens. But now we got Murph 0 here for losers, semis here. I'm excited to see how this goes. Murph's kind of been destroying it with Steve recently, and besides, of course, the circle game, right? That was a little bit rough, but Steve Minman kind of can be rough in the right scenario, so...
Yeah, you got to give credit where credit is due, though, because for him to actually stick with Steve through all 3 games, because, like, you know, like, we know players of, like, low, middle, and top variety. Everyone knows the guy where it's like, I'm switching mains, I'm going to play this character now, and then you get to that game 3 or game 5 scenario in tournament, and you're like, well, maybe I do want to play my Crom, you know, like, so you got to respect the dedication from Murph there.
Well, we got to talk a little bit about what's going on. We were trying to hype Murph up here. 0 to 98, almost completely unanswered from 0. He's done such a great job.
Murph's charging up. He wants to rage.
True. But he did such a great job just like avoiding like a lot of the sets that Murph went for, and just found creative ways around Murph's ability to get out of disadvantage. Like I saw him place a block, and 0 immediately recognized it, went for like a double jump up there, and still caught him and kept the combo going. So just really creative extensions of advantage from 0 here.
Yeah, Ness definitely has, like, again, like those tools. You got Psy Magnet, you've got PK Fire, all these combos hitting tools in spades. But despite how rough things have been for Murph so far, I feel like we're going to see the game change radically once he has access to that Diamond Pickaxe. Because even though 0 has been doing a really good job of clearing the walls, and he will probably continue to do that, Murph will be able to get more materials in that same amount of time now.
Yeah. I mean, like, we've got to know this, like you mentioned earlier, yeah, this game pretty much starts when Murph gets Diamond Sword. I mean, Zero did a great job on this first stock, but we'll see if he can continue the pressure. It's Zero actually, the way he's playing right now.
This is an insane sequence, I have to say.
Like, if he keeps this going, I mean, Murph might not have a chance for a Diamond. If he loses the stock now, he's coming in with no material, and that might just be game, just off rip.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, Steve does respawn with a very small amount of materials.
Yeah.
I believe it's like
right?
3 iron, and like some dirt or stone, whatever the native block is on the current stage that you're playing on. So there is a little bit of forgiveness there, but still, I mean, we saw how far that got Murph against Zurzel, and it was not too far.
Yeah, but that recovery, the survivability from Zero, hello, the stall on the PK Thunder to get him out of that disadvantageous spot from Zurzel, or not Zurzel, Murph, and he's continuing to avoid these kill setups from Murph, and it might lead to another stock gone, and the trade with the yo-yo.
It beat out the powered minecart as well out of all that.
Heck?
That's some insane priority on him right there. I don't even know what to say.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, there's the anvil. That's Murph's favorite move.
First, like, you got me. I got caught with your mashing twice. Not a third time. Not today. The anvil's gonna catch that mash once and for all. Finally gets the first stock, and now potentially a second stock.
71 damage, 88 even in the same sequence. Zero already a kill percent here from an up smash, a back air, really anything, just depends on that stage positioning.
For sure. I mean, Zero, again, just kind of, he knows that. He's playing a lot safer here, trying to find some options to get like a cheesy DK fire, and Murph knows this, so he starts even trying to set up this wall because he knows Zero might be trying to play a little bit passively in those kind of situations, and then he finds the moment that Zero wants to push the advantage and gets the kill with the Diamond forward smash.
And that's something that's just so messed up about Steve as a character. Is that Diamond forward smash is frame 13. Some characters don't even have an out of shield option that is that fast. It is so messed up.
Yeah.
And yeah, Murph definitely down here, but not out. Able to restore that Diamond to its full durability here. Now trying to just get some materials where he can, but Zero getting really aggressive out here to come. But wow, incredible defense there from Murph. Really, it seemed like he called out like 3 options in a row there to get back to center stage, but will it be for nothing here as Zero gets him right back in the corner once again?
I mean, Zero's able to get into the corner, but I mean, we haven't seen a lot of ledge trap situations, but a nice float, not going to do it yet. That kill stream, very deceiving. At least probably get one more of those, honestly, before the end of this game.
Oh yeah, definitely on the nair there as well.
Yeah. All right, 159. This is like any move kills from Zero. Like, he could get back throw from mid-stage.
Oh, no, absolutely. Sure. It would obliterate, too.
Dash attack would kill, up air would kill, nair would kill.
Zero
Fair,
definitely.
maybe not, but...
It seems like Zero is... and wow. Okay, I saw a bunch of dash attacks. I was wondering what was going on there, but clearly it goes through blocks.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's got that little extension. And so it's just something you don't think about, you know. Zurzel, why do I keep saying Zurzel for Murph? Murph kind of saw that, and you know, he was in a position where he knew he needed materials, and so he's like, okay, I'll set up the one wall to see if I can make some kind of space. And Zero's like, you know what? I've been mashing dash attack for so long, it's gonna work here, and it worked there.
Yeah, and I have to say, again, the pick to FD here is pretty interesting for me because while if you are able to hit Zero, he is a floaty. He's a character that's going to have a little bit of trouble coming down from that great height. I think that it might really be, because a lot of this current stage list is...
Oh my god.
Every character, sometimes feels like they're good on every stage, right?
Yeah.
But which character is better in the matchup?
Yeah.
And I have to say, like again, it's... When you're a player of this caliber, you have to have confidence that you're going to be the one who pilots your character better and is able to take you know, better advantage. But I really feel like almost from an empirical standpoint here, just looking at things straight up, I feel like Ness might just have the advantage here. But as we've seen so far, but.
I kind of agree with you there. I think it's one of those things maybe where Murph knows that Zero likes to do a lot of those like platform drop PK fires.
Yeah, that also definitely could factor into it.
And so maybe that was like, I'll try to do the player counter pick here, but clearly Zero is very well prepared for this FD peak and pick, and he's pretty much already lapped Murph on this first stock and might be getting a second stock very quickly here, and Murph can make it back, but he still can't make it back. Makes it back on stage, but taking a lot of damage for it.
It's such an incredible setup, too, by Zero, positioning in such a way where even if Murph does go for that sort of ambitious upbeat over the ledge, he's still going to get hit by that second returning hit of the yo-yo there. Oh, he was so.
Yeah,
I think if
barely.
he would have air dodged in, he actually might have lived to cancel the momentum a little bit, but still, it was so close, maybe too close to tell.
Oh, man. And then just Zero continuing to keep the pressure on. Just that 2 PK fires to just completely obliterate Murph's shield here. And so he just has to start playing in the air and trying to play aggressive. And in the air is exactly where Zero wants you. Already getting 32% here on Murph on his last stock.
But Murph finally able to find some sort of, a semblance of stage positioning here as Zero is trapped on the ledge here. A great forward throw from Murph. They're going to put the pressure on, maybe condition Zero out of shield, give him an opportunity to get a bigger move, and Murph just says.
So let me play that back. So he got like the heal from, I guess, the like sizzle of the TNT, and then that put him in a little bit of lag, and so Murph just went for the S smash and get the kill.
That is something Murph is like, screw it. Like, I'm taking the damage here. I might as well just get the stock.
Look, Steve, one of the most toxic characters in the game, some would say. Also one of the silliest.
I think this character is so funny. This is a Looney Tunes character.
Yes,
really,
100%. But speaking of Looney Tunes proportions here, Murph has got the big old Acme rocket here with the diamond pickaxe.
Yeah.
And Circle has 0 at 71% here. This could very well, he's in kill range here. A good place F smash could do it. Oh, not that one because middle of the stage, but maybe the next one.
Yeah, and with that forward smash being staled, it might be better to go for maybe an up smash now. Maybe even stall things out, go for a back air if you can get the proper stage positioning, of course. But again, that has been sort of the crux of Murph's gameplay here, is that he really can't seem to find the stage speed. Or
that was such a rough spot because Murph went for he grabbed ledge and then tried to go for the mix to get back out, and Zero was ready for it again. Like it was last, because that's literally how game 1 ended. I believe Murph also went for the same thing, where he got the ledge grab, dropped off, tried to do the jump from ledge minecart. And again, Zero ready to just throw the up smash out to be able to beat the minecart and hit Murph to find that last stock there. So an interesting set here.
Yeah. We're seeing
2-0-0, and we're going to see the switch to Cloud, and I definitely agree with that. Definitely could be a better matchup here, and just big sword. Ness can struggle against big sorties, and Murph definitely has a great Cloud, so I'm interested to see how that goes. And also, that factor right there, the up B out of shield, makes his out of shield game a lot better than Steve's might potentially be in that scenario.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because not only did we see a character swap, but we also saw the stage swap, actually polar opposites going from FD over to Battlefield, and a rare SD actually coming out from Zero. He glides right through Murph's shield and straight off the stage there. Could that be the little bit of momentum that Murph needs to get back into the set? I honestly think it could be.
As they say, Murph, best on earth.
He's just better.
He's just better.
As they say, luck is friends with skill.
Exactly. He does that, and then he does 3 up Bs from ledge. He can't make this stuff up. All right, but Zero does find the stock there. Pretty much even the backup. I mean, Zero's certainly not out of this game by any means.
Zero just looks like a stray hit monster, honestly, because a lot of these combos that we've been seeing, they're not even true. They're just sort of, they're frame traps, they're call-outs on defensive options, and everything in between. And he's just doing it so well, like able to land like the last 2 hits of forward air into a delayed, to wait on a spot dodge into another forward air, playing very well on that front.
Yeah, absolutely. And another factor I do want to mention, it's something that I've been thinking about while this is going on. I mean, Zero might be adjusting his game plan here a bit to make it a little more aggressive. Oh,
what? I knew when we saw the down air, there's always the possibility to see the finishing touch come out, but a call out, not even to go for a true combo and a finishing touch, but a call out on it. So well played from Murph.
Yeah, and such great resource management. I mean, of course, Murph's been working on the resource management. But certainly,
that's his job now.
Yeah, same thing with Cloud, right? You've got to manage that limit. We've got a potential option here for Murph to finish the game, getting limit right as he gets to the ledge trap situation. Zero able to make it out, but still a very scary Cloud coming against the Zero.
Yeah, with the limit cross slash here. Yeah, and there it is. Would have killed in the corner. Not quite going to take it in center, but still going to make this game that much more unachievable for Zero to achieve the comeback in.
So, Zero can't do anything. You just got to wait there, and Murph just kept throwing at the big hitbox.
Oh, he hit the back air, got grabbed! The back air got grabbed!
Oh,
and he got back thrown. Suddenly, I mean, even stocks, but I think Murph definitely has the composure to close this one out, especially considering those massive hitboxes that he's able to hide behind. But as I say that, Zero getting something started here, needed a huge call out with that PK Flash, was really going for the entire set there.
I mean, and honestly, though, the PK Flash was just good. I mean, great up smash there from Murph to take it out, but I want to talk about that PK Flash for a second here. It was a great option for him because not only did it cover, like, hey, if you get hit, great, but
we got the Murph chance.
The Murph chance. It also caused a sort of brain trap situation there. Murph knew he had to air dodge in that situation and allowed Zero to get another follow-up as he followed down with the PK Flash and follow Murph's air dodge. But again, up smash is pretty good and really good aggression deterrent. It's just that big.
No, absolutely, because Ness is a character where it's like when you pressure their shield, they're going to want to jump out a lot of the time. They're going to want to threaten their aerials, whether it be the forward air nair or like a PK fire, even like going on. But, conditioning to go for those jumps out of shield and then getting him with the golf swing right there.
And so we're back to FD, which actually makes a little more sense now that it's Zero's counter pick.
Yeah.
But still kind of surprised that Murph left it open. I mean, of course, the juggling situation, it's hard for characters to get down on the stage. And when you're playing a sortie like Cloud, you've got some of the best juggling in the game. So it makes sense.
I was going to say again, here comes the discussion of like, who is this stage actually better for? Because Zero was able to take a game on the stage earlier in the set, but you're against Cloud. Cloud has one of the easiest times juggling in this entire game. The up air, so privileged. Incredible kit, very well tailored to that purpose. Yeah. But I mean, nonetheless, this is FD. Whoever gets put in disadvantage first, like you're going to be feeling the pain.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say, Murph has been doing a lot of really great creative recoveries here. I mean, even using his limit creatively. Like, there was a point where he's off stage, and he used cross flash to stall rather than just going for the up B. So, I mean, it shows that he's very practiced at trying to avoid cheese here. But, Zero able to still get that first stock, and we'll see how much extra credit he's able to get against this intimidating Murph Cloud.
Wow, I mean, Murph actually dropping a pretty rudimentary frame trap there with Zero going for a drifting air dodge in on the back air. That should have been a nair for Murph into like a tech chase maybe, which could have ended up out the stock, but instead it's still going to find it, but still just, maybe evidence that this Cloud is a little bit out of practice considering all the Steve gameplay that we've been seeing recently.
I don't know, maybe both these players are a little bit tired too, though, because Zero died in that situation because he dropped that jab lock situation, and that led for him to get off stage and let Murph get that dash attack on him. So maybe a little bit of rust, a little bit of tiredness from both players here, but I mean, still anybody's game here. Zero getting Murph on the ledge, Murph getting out, and again, just right back to neutral.
And these percents, I mean, they may spell a little bit of a lead in Zero's position, but do not be fooled. This is an even game, even still now. While any move that hits Murph will probably kill, any move that hits Zero from Cloud will also probably kill. And Murph, unfortunately, having to relinquish the limit there, but still now that at 117%, this ledge pressure is going to be huge here with the nair, actually. And I don't think Zero can make it back from there. Yeah, just not long enough with that mess up beat.
Wow, that was such a well-placed nair. It's like, I don't see Cloud go for that very often, right? Like, I feel like he's just opting to, like, do the ledge trapping instead. But 40%, he just waits there for Zero. I'm surprised he didn't throw out a back air there, but he wants to opt for a ledge trap. But Zero getting out of that situation, finding the F tilt, and bringing it to a one-stock situation.
Yeah, forward tilt, not a move that you see often from the Nest players, but the ones who are really high level, the Sens, the Zeros, etc., like of this world, they're all very big fans of that forward tilt. It's just a really great move for sealing out the stocks, and there it was. But, I mean, still on the back foot here is Zero, and with this positional and percent-based sort of deficit here, until this combo, of course, shoots, and he actually went for an incredible down air call-out, but Murph just that much faster with the air dodge. And a great, down tilt 2-frame there. Now, few options from Zero, but he whipped it, and then he texted on the stage. They're both still alive, dead even, 112% each. That was
what did that say? Oh my god, he just passed the smash attack!
That was unbelievable! That offstage play, because okay, if you mess up like that, if you miss space, your limit cross slash on that Ness, there's just, it's unbelievable that Murph had the composure to know that he was going to have to tech after that, because most players, they mess that up. They're just thinking, okay, I need to get away from it now. I need to not get hit by, another one of these residual hits of PK Thunder 1. I need to up B. But instead, Murph just takes it for a ride. He just techs off the stage, gets right back up, and is able to use that advantage there of being on the stage first to end the game. And now, I mean, game 5.
Okay, well, this is still Zero's counter pick. We're going to game 5 on FT. We're going to start this off with some cheese, maybe. Okay, no, okay.
It was looking close to that, really.
That was looking like a stock for a second there,
and then Murph, he evens it up with 2 upbeats.
Yep.
That's just the Cloud special.
Oh,
I think because of the reverse, he either waited too long or the reverse up B might have aligned his Herbox in such a way where he couldn't really glide up the geometry there.
I think if he had lined it up, like had got the repeat towards the stage, he probably made it back with matching hands. So kind of an unfortunate FD for Murph. I think that might have been the jump. No, he doesn't
not blowing the jump there.
Almost lost the jump there, though.
Yeah, so close, actually.
Yeah. Okay, Zero channeling the power of cheese.
I don't know why, but I feel like Murph is just going to take this stock right now. I really am feeling it. Like, I think this guy, he's someone who he's really not going to let that first stock really impact. But Limit is gone now. I actually think it got canceled because I don't think it had been 15 seconds, so he might have been betting on something big there. But most delayed back air of all time there, coming out of the full hop. Zero really looking up in the corner, but another of the same back air almost on the shield, going to get parried, get back thrown. And wow, that up B miraculously beating out the Nest Yo-Yo in time for Cloud to recover.
It's crazy that in this game 5, it seems like Zero has found out like how to read, for lack of a better word, Murph's like murderous intent, and the mistech puts Zero 2 stocks ahead. This is looking rough for Murph. It's certainly possible, but not with a start like this. 27% on Murph, the whiff, but the weak hit at the up smash not going to kill, but Murph finds the kill with the dash attack. But still, this is a large hill to climb here if you're a Murph fan.
Yeah, they both, I mean, Murph does have full limit now. He's going to need a big combo here to even hope to even this one back up. And then, that's the last one you want to get hit by, too, in this situation is PK Fire. You had him in disadvantage. You had him struggling back for stage control, and then you get hit by something like that.
Okay, this is really, you're getting Murph in the air, but kind of trading hits back and forth, which is really not what you want if you're Murph. You want to find this like ledge situation now and just try to take Zero stock immediately, and then you just got to find something crazy.
We are seeing so much reliance on shield here from Zero. It looks like Murph is sort of starting to get glued into that because he did go for a cross/1-2 mix-up on Zero's shield to see if he would drop. And I really think that if he gets in the ledge trap scenario, this is going to be very difficult for Zero because all we've seen in terms of options from him off the ledge for these last couple of games have been that rising forward air that Nest are so famous for, and just a very simple neutral get-up shield. I think Murph is going to be able to be very capable of locking down those options and making him start guessing.
I can't believe Zero just took the up smash there. I'll be honest with you, and that is the boldest up smash I've ever seen in my life. But I do want to mention, like, even though Zero is going for the rising affairs like he's doing, he's mixing up how he's doing it, right? There's been some that's been approaching, but he's also been holding back and doing standing in place rising fair. And that kind of positioning mix-up is really going to help him close out this game. Now Murph at 150, not going to die to the dash attack, but he is dead again to literally anything right now from Zero here. But of course, Limit close to being charged here. If Murph can get it, he can't.
Murph was just in a really precarious situation there because Zero is not going to give you anything for free at that point. He's going to avoid the back airs, because he's just so far ahead.
Yeah.
Like in terms of percent, he can sit there all day. You got to approach him. So what we saw is Murph having to go for some of these dash grabs, really having to just struggle to get some of that momentum back. And I think if that first stock would have played out a little bit differently, it definitely could have been a different outcome there. But Murph, you can't be too mad about 4th place at the end of the day.
And what a crazy comeback, right? You go to down 2 with the Steve. You pull out the Cloud for the matchup, and then it almost brings us to a game size 5 situation. Part of me wonders, what if Murph pulled out that Cloud after game 1, right? What would we be seeing in this set? What could have happened?
Yeah, I think if nothing else for Murph, that set might sort of be like a demonstration of how these two characters kind of need to coexist in his character pool rather than just trying to play Steve against every matchup. As dedicated and stuff as he seemed, maybe the Steve just wasn't quite ready tonight to play against the Nest and to play against the Min, or maybe he should reserve the Cloud for those more difficult matchups.
Yes. All right, we're gonna see this fresh Zero off this fresh Murph win coming in to this losers finals against a hungry Tavares. He's definitely a little bit upset about getting 3-0 by Zerzel, and he wants that one back now. So
he's playing like it too.
Yeah,
went for down throw forward air.
Hey, Look, he's like, I'm gonna finish the stock. I'm gonna speed run this kid, this child, and we're gonna get this Ursula.
That's definitely sort of a mix-up that really sometimes feels like the Tavares special. Like, you know, he hit Apollo Kage with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was real. That was a thing that happened. And now, I mean, Tavares really smart here, interesting as well, because instead of going for the up B and just taking the damage, he actually fast fell back to the ground, looked for a reset on Zero's next option at a disadvantage. You maybe not able to get the full breadth of the punish there, but still definitely showing a lot of confidence. Oh, and down smash, wow.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to go for the jab block there, but I guess he might have predicted maybe that.
Yeah, I think he maybe assumed he would. Yeah, he would go for like a neutral tech.
I think neutral tech or tech will win. That's probably what he was like trying to cover.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, it's still damage, right? It almost killed Zero. Like I respect him for it. I mean, they're both pretty even here. They're both just kind of looking for a kill. It looks like Tavares is gonna find that kill first. He's gonna get that classic Mario up smash to take that.
You cannot touch that character's shield, much less the back of it, and Zero is learning that the hard way.
You just can't touch his airspace. If he's just in there, like Tavares will rip it on you. Like Tavares taught me more than anyone the power of just throwing out your kill move. Because people are just not ready for it. And
I believe I was talking to Tavares one time, and he told me, he was like, sometimes you just have to make a play.
Yeah.
And I think that he embodies that line of thought so well with his gameplay.
All right, I mean, full stock ahead pretty much to Tavares. Zero's going to get Tavares off stage. Can he make it backstage? Does find his way with a cheeky roll, but the roll puts him right in range of the grab.
In milliseconds or less, he was off that screen.
I mean, that's great positioning there from Zero, right? Like, he knew that, like, he wanted to, Tavares wanted to escape that bad situation, so he put himself right in range of that grab. So, great position from Zero to find that first shot.
Zero getting a little tricky with these Psy Magnets now. I wonder if there was some sort of percent-specific thing he was looking for, because he threw it out like 2 or 3 times in such a short span.
I wish I knew more about the like, double magnet nonsense.
There's only, like, one nest that does it at top level.
Well, didn't, like, Zero technically create it or whatever?
I have no idea.
He told me that he did that. Oh, that's
Zero is always the guy on Twitter where it's like every time a tech is revealed, he's like, "Oh, I did that 2 years ago. You guys are stupid." That's very much. I feel like I've seen him say that about 2 or 3 like brand new techs. It feels like.
Unfortunately, the tech not saving him there though. Tavares finding the flood and gets the cheese with the cape finish there.
This is going to be a huge extension here with the down air.
Dead.
That is definitely dead. You see that blue DI line? You see it pointing more towards the center than it is towards out. You know you just got schmixed up.
Yeah, and it's like such like a problem for PS2, right? Mario is so good on PS2 because of those platform extensions. If you like find yourself in a position where you're DIing towards those platforms, don't do it. Just don't let the Mario take you towards the platform, because if you let the Mario do that, he's gonna get that reset. You're gonna get hit by 5 up airs, and you might just get hit with a down air and finish your stock at about 70, just like Zero did. So that's a tale of warning for all you folks out there fighting Mario.
and I mean, when you look at it on paper, the down air is easier to DI than you might think, because really all you have to do is DI the opposite direction of the way the Mario is, or rather the same direction as where Mario is drifting. Yeah. If he's drifting back, or if he's drifting towards the left, you want to DI to the left. If he's drifting towards the right, you want to DI to the right. Because you want to go outwards. You never want to go up with that move, because you'll fall to the same fate as Zero there, dying at almost about 80%. But, I mean, when you're against a player like Tavares, when you're in the middle of the combo right there, that's just so hard to think about.
Wow, that was a great little mix-up there. The magnet air just continuing Zero's advantage state here. And, you know, I want to, like, point this out. I feel like Zero has always, like, started these games off with such an explosive start. And Tavares, you know, like, sometimes trying to figure out where he can find that kill, but eventually Tavares figures it out, and like that game 1, he just finds those explosive finishes that Zero hasn't been able to connect on Tavares in the same way.
Yeah, I think Tavares is one of those players where it's like, sure, you can hit me with something the first time, but once I've seen it, I'm not going to get hit by it again. Yeah. At least like without multiple layers of mix-up strewn in between.
Okay, so Zero tried to do that double magnet thing right there. You saw how long he held that magnet. He got the first hit, but I think Tavares just barely sneaked it out. But Zero not
looks
having
like
a jump.
Got stuck in an animation. It looks like maybe thought he had the jump, but not available.
That's a rough way to lose that stock. He definitely could have lived that and maybe made a little bit more out of that stock. And now we're looking at a pretty much even game because of that. Actually, now it's just straight up even. But Zero's going to find his way out of the disadvantage, but then finds himself right back into 3 back airs.
Tavares was looking, or I mean, rather, Tavares looking for something really nasty there. He went for an IDJ upper, and it looked like he wanted a weak nair calling out Zero's drift out to get a reset. I think he might have been able to get back here there and actually take the stock. So again, I mean, we've said it time and time again, just the creativity of this player, the ability to like see combos where there are none. But I mean, again, you got to talk about Zero. You got to give the guy credit.
That was such a crazy recovery. The stall, nobody that I know that picks up nets, they're not hitting that angle. That is a Zero angle right there. Great stuff to keep this second stock alive for as long as possible so he can hopefully find a little more damage to Tavares before Tavares eventually finds that just one fast kill move that he needs.
Yeah, that's definitely a Ness recovery angle that has thousands of hours of time behind it. And it is not hard to see. But Tavares going to take it again. Really all that was just allowing Zero to get a little bit more credit before he goes to his last stock.
Yes. All right, great patience there from Tavares. You know he's definitely looking for a back air in that situation, but saw that he didn't really have a chance. Just decides to back off. And that's really the top player advantage here, the top player difference. Is they'll be stuck in this advantage state. They know they want to go for the hit, but they'll understand when they just need to back off and reset the neutral. And Tavares is a master of that. Pretty much a masterclass here. I mean, he basically does that. He's got Zero on the ledge and Zero honestly on the ropes on his last stock here.
And I think to go even further on what you're saying, I think not only is he insane at, I mean, and that forward smash works into this. Don't worry. Let me talk.
He just rips it. He just rips it.
Yeah, like he's so good at changing up the tempo, switching between the fastest of fast play, the hardest of callouts, and then going right back to sort of a more slow, like observant play style. He's just one of the best at it, truly.
I remember when Zero took Tavares' first stock at 30% this game. And now he is down 2 stocks.
Meeting the same fate, unfortunately, down 2 games as well here. Now it looks like we are going into what could potentially be the last game of Zero's tournament run here. Not a shabby one at that. Third out of about 104.
I mean, look, payout for third is like 150 something. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good, I'm just saying. So, you know, you definitely can't be mad about that. Pretty big prize pool for Smash. I guess while we're chilling, I can talk about that. I think we had total 105 entrants that paid.
Yes.
So with the $250 pop bonus, it was a 1,300 total prize pool. So some big money and some big stakes for these players, and both of these players know it. I mean, of course, Tavares wants that run back from Zero, but also it's you know, maybe there's that cash money incentive there.
I was gonna say, it's easy to maybe count Zero out. Just because of how like dominant it's like Tavares felt in the second half of these first 2 games. Like, because as you said, Zero's very strong in the beginning, but Tavares finding a way to come back always. But you know, I mean, if this set is the difference between making like 150 and making like 300, like you got to imagine his head is not out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to point out, Zero was going for some really cool mix-ups. I saw like a really great freeze trap with the down air on that ledge trap. And you're going to see that a lot with both of these players. And you've seen them go for these frame trap setup that they have, and it's such a good tool to have in your kit. You just pretty much guarantee that you're going to get a hit. It just allows you to, again, continue to extend your advantage state. Speaking of extending your advantage state, Tavares just ripping the F smash and finding the stock on Zero.
It's just so insane because Tavares missed his combo. He was looking for an up air or into some move into down air there. Again, looking to prod at that ability to get the DI mix up. But Zero just drifted out and went back to the ground, and Tavares had the contingency for that, for him getting back to the ground and shielding, had the perfect forward smash for that scenario. He's actually playing several steps ahead of Zero, it feels like now.
The third time is the charm. You missed the first fair, you missed the second fair, you're gonna land the third fair. Tavares 2 stocks ahead on Zero here in this game 3 scenario. Oh my goodness, I mean, this is pretty close. Zero needs to find this stock now. I mean, he's got a lot of options for it, but we're on Kalos, so potentially some of those, like, free kill moves aren't going to do it, and he tries to go for the PK Rocket.
Really betting it all there on that PK Thunder 2. Hey. And he is able to find the stock here pretty, you know, with even though that was weak Nair, the Blast Zone's on. He's taking the 150.
He's taking the 150. Hey, look, you said it yourself. Sometimes you got to go for the play, and maybe you just got to keep going for it to try to get a win.
I mean,
that almost might have been a stock.
But if it hit
though, that might have been a last stock scenario here. I'm just saying. Oh, that might have been a last stock.
But if that actually hit though, because him getting weak down there, I mean, that.
Yeah, that's
if that was a strong downer, that actually could have been really could have been a last stock scenario here on this game 3.
Zero might just be out of this. I mean, this is like kind of almost like 0 to 86, practically unanswered here. If he finds a stock now, I mean, there's cheese to be had here. There certainly could be a stock. Great air dodge to get around the flood.
Yeah,
Zero not falling for that again.
I think he wanted Zero to air dodge down so he could flood him and get him all the way off stage.
Finds the back air. The Zero had the gas in the tank to try to find this game 3 wins. Let's see it happen.
Only time will tell here. That fireball connecting into the narrative, giving Tavares just what he needs. That getting Zero in the corner, making him get a little bit antsy, dropping, just dropping a move or two on the shield. That's going to get punished by that up smash.
Those shield mix-up, those cross-ups don't really matter when it's Mario up smash. It covers both sides.
Indeed.
No amount of spacing from Ness is going to get around that, unfortunately. He doesn't have a big enough range to be privileged enough to try to go for a cross-up like that. So,
what's this? No, Alabama #1 and #2 in my Alabama regional.
Yeah,
in grand finals.
Vanilla bracket once again. Vanilla bracket never fails. We do a good job sitting here.
It got flip flopped there.
Yeah,
a little bit. Right now, Tavares actually playing in from the losers here. Gonna have to take 2 sets against Zurzel, which earlier he was not even able to take a game.
Yeah.
So
although I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I think Zero was maybe 4th or 5th seed. Maybe. So,
interesting.
Yeah,
wow.
I think he did make a run because I'm guessing I have to. I half looked at the seeding when Yanko got done with it. I think it probably was something like Tavares, Zurzel, Murph, and then maybe after that Zero, or maybe even Sam Zero. It probably would have been Zero Sam, I think. Though.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a deviation from the vanilla bracket, but pretty much vanilla bracket.
Ain't no way, man. Tavares is going Fox.
What? Wait.
Yeah, Tavares going Fox.
Huh?
This is one of the more difficult matchups for Min Min.
Yeah.
And okay, when we're watching Mario Min Min, we're watching a pretty polarizing matchup.
Yeah.
These are characters where it's pretty straightforward what they want to do. One of them wants to get in, one of them wants to keep the other out. This is like that times 20.
Yeah.
because now, if Tavares gets in, Zurzel is going to explode. But just the same, if Zurzel is able to keep the pressure and keep Tavares off stage, Tavares is going to explode. And it's just, it's so insane to see this deep in the bracket because like I said earlier, we're really dealing with 2 character specialists here.
Yeah.
But Tavares, really capable of pulling out some of these characters, especially in the high pressure moments.
And as much as Tavares is a character specialist, he's been working on these deep pockets. He's got a Diddy somewhere, he's got a Roy somewhere, he got a little Luigi, of course. We've seen him play countless times here, so it's not surprising to me that he has deep pockets, but I don't think I've seen the Tavares Fox, but I guess if you got a good up air, that's all you need, right?
Yeah, against this character sometimes it really feels that way. Good up air, good air drift, able to get in, able to really lay on the punches when you're punishing them.
Ooh, and I actually kind of I feel like Fox's nair is a little bit, slightly more substantial than Mario's nair. And I remember back in Winners Finals, that's what kind of Tavares was using a lot in sort of to try to trade with these arms. But it looks like Tavares got Zurzel on the ledge, just barely mistakes that grab, and then lets Zurzel get back for free.
Oh, I think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah,
that entire sequence, it's just so obvious. Both players are playing so well. And of course, Zurzel coming back just to, line it all back up here. I think this is going to be a good one.
He
really.
yoinked him off the ground, bro. He just got done killing him. He's like, yoink, and just took him off the top. I forget that technically Min Min has that kill throw. It shocks me every time.
Yeah, and it's so fast too. It's almost reminiscent of ZSS up throw.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like a think fast throw. Can't give you that much time, or it really doesn't afford you that much time to DI sometimes.
But Zurzel's just been so on top of catching Tavares' landing. Every time he's been trying to go for these pairs and trying to trade with the arms. Zurzel's just been there, just perfectly spaced to get the max range on that grab. And beginning Tavares, in Winners Finals and in Grand Finals, honestly.
That was such a good call out by Zurzel there. He knew that Tavares was going to go. Once he was able to get that first aerial out on the forward air, most Foxes will look for a gimp there on the Min Min tether. So Zurzel just throws out the meaty Megawatt and takes that stock. Oh, but Zurzel with no jump right now, having to recover straight to the ledge. Really good reaction grab by Tavares there. Now resetting the situation. What's it going to be? Same thing. Zurzel said, I'm not mixing up anything.
Yeah, I wonder what Tavares is going for with that dash attack on the platform. It may have been a misinputted like fair perhaps to try to cover, but maybe he was trying to cover Zurzel doing a jump arm.
Yeah, I don't know what control scheme Zurzel plays because there are some funky ones that Min Min players rock. And here we are back in such a familiar place once again with Fox off stage. Nonetheless, though, I think while this is looking really, really like polarizing, it's just in favor of Min right now. I think once the Tavares Fox starts to like really get online, because the few like shimmers of greatness that we've seen in this game one are very telling of what we can see in these next ones. Again, it was, like Tavares has one more game to work with if it ends up dropping before he really needs to worry about who's going to take this set.
Now, the other interesting situation here is Tavares goes a different character. And, you know, there's a chance he might, if he does go a different character, we could potentially see a Diddy. I feel like the Diddy would also be pretty good because of that completely intangible banana. Would just be kind of an easy fix to just throw that through the arms, right? Oh,
Rob,
but
that makes sense, yeah. He's just, I mean, honestly, he might just be looking for solutions at this point because Fox, quite a hard matchup for Min. Rob, a really difficult one as well. Obviously, Rob, really good at approaching from that 45-degree angle that Min struggles with so much. Able to send projectiles from that angle as well, on top of having an incredible combo game and one of the best, I repeat, best abilities to gimp and take early stocks in this entire game, on top of having the 0 to deaths. They are not the same. They're completely like just different scenarios.
Before Zergle was top 5 in the state, he would pretty much just give up against Ross, like constantly. So, I mean, it's safe to say, I mean, he's also like, what, 0-9 in Anathema right now or something like that?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
He has a bad record
in
Anathema, so it makes sense. But Zergle's definitely got a lot more confidence in this matchup here. So, you know, the Pocket Rob would do it for Tavares, but we're just going to have to see. Right now, though, looking kind of Zergle favor, finding that first stock with that Dragon Arm laser.
Yeah, FD, you got to think it's the pick here for Tavares.
Yeah.
I don't see really anything wrong with it. I think it's pretty unambiguous, like Rob should be really good at just getting, if you can get it started, you can kill this character mad easy, but at the same time, Zerzel now making it look like just the opposite.
Yeah. I like at this second stock, I don't think the Tavares is getting Zerzel one. He finally finds the hit with the double nair.
Yeah, double nair, trying to escort him all the way off stage.
Okay, trying to read some kind of roll, I think, with that down smash. And Zerzel able to make it out, but this is, I mean, this could be one string away from a Tavares stock, but it could also be one string away from a 2-stock lead here from Zerzel. And right now, with the ledge positioning, it might just end up happening that way.
And finally, we're seeing Tavares get something started here. I don't think, I don't think he's quite going to be able to combo that one into the F smash, but instead goes for a very, very sort of optimistic, almost back air on a full hop out of the corner.
Hey, the down tilt carry though, pretty funny. I gotta admit, I love the down tilt carry.
No matter what percent you're at, it's always scary. So I mean, for Zerzel in that situation, it's like it's not out of the question that he would, you know, Zerzel will go for a panic jump there.
Yeah, exactly. It's there. I'm just trying to find that barrier because he knows like probably the best option to find a kill there. Zerzel though gonna find that stock here, and now he's 2-stocking ahead. Could be losing the stock very shortly here. Tavares finds one strong move here, but Zerzel not letting him have it, but does let him have the spinning arm death combo. Tavares taking that first stop.
Yeah, finally able to pick it up. But, I mean, you still got 2 stocks to play on this stage. And while I think Rob does win on this stage versus Min, I think it's different again with like, who has the stock lead. Yeah. Because if Zerzel is able, like, this is a pretty small stage. People don't talk about how small FD is enough, honestly. Because Min is able to just, like, now sort of edge guard, ledge trap, catch landings, and, like, play neutral with you. Effectively the same position if you're Tavares here. Tavares definitely going to be looking for something cheesy here. Going for a forward throw into the forward air, trying to snipe out maybe a jump. Would have been able to link into a side B or giving him an easier time positioning for something else there to end the stock quite early. Jab block here, forward smash.
Okay, no air dodge. Zerzel. Oh, but he tried to put it back there. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just try to rip it back.
I don't think. I just don't think he had enough time to set that up like how he wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Here we are. Another side B here. Not quite going to take the stock again, but
no air dodge again.
Oh, and there. We saw that. We saw that earlier last game. Zerzel went for that sort of like preemptive megawatt in order to call out the high sort of gimp attempt from Tavares, but instead Tavares went low this time, ended up netting him the stock. Still though, it's looking like a very hard hill to climb here for Tavares because he has to get in at least one more.
But he's not going to get in on that out smash, still living. Avoids the cheese with the up B from Zerzel, but Zerzel still getting Tavares on stage. This is pretty much one.
He acted like he was going to the other side, but still, Megawatt's so good at covering neutral getup. I mean, I think that was even just the F-tilt version and it still covered it.
I think that was like a little bit better from Tavares. I wonder if he goes back to the Mario here or if he sticks with the Rob here to see if he can make that game plan work. I want to talk about like some of the, there's a little bit of adaptation here and there from Tavares. So I talked about in game 1, right, where Zerzel was spacing out these perfectly spaced grabs. And so we saw in that situation, a similar situation, Tavares was trying to land, and right as he landed, he got the spot dodge and called out Zerzel grab and let him get that second stock. So even among those character changes, he's finding ways to adapt, and we're going to see if he puts it together with the Meta Knight.
The Meta Knight.
Another bad matchup for Min, but
I mean,
it's Meta Knight.
Yeah, is it the one that's going to be able to get you a game here? I mean, Tavares, I think, it's interesting because this is a player who's obscenely confident.
Yeah.
Like, this is someone who, more than anyone else I think I've ever met on a personal level, this is a player who plays to win. Like, there's no, like, they fear their opponent when necessary, but at the end of the day, like, again, they're trying to make the plays, they're trying to get out here. And I mean, I'm just saying, like, we've seen a couple different characters, we've seen them cycle through, which for some players might indicate a sense of nervousness or like, you know, an erratic sort of, you know, bracket experience. But instead, when I see Tavares go to these matchups, I'm like, okay, he knows what he has to do. Can he do it?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. It's all about executing that game plan. He knows what he wants, and it looks like what he wants right now is early stocks at 50. He did not want to play fair against Zerzel, and it's kind of working out for him right now.
Oh, and here it looks like here's another combo. He doesn't even have to go for the full combo as well. He can just go for Nair.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's such a terrible angle for Min to recover from. He can come down here and try to stall it out, maybe hit him with a preliminary hitbox, but instead, Zerzel going to snipe that out with the down smash.
Did he just start rapid jabbing in anticipation of Zerzel rolling into the rapid jab? Hello?
We saw multiple rapid jabs in a span of like 5 seconds there. And I mean,
God.
rapid jab does hit ledge hang for some characters, and it looks like it hits Min as well, as we saw there. So
I think Min actually has like a pretty like high up ledge hang. I remember like specifically my experiences, I could hit, if I played Bowser against Min, you can actually hit it with Whirling Fortress there, but great back air from Tavares.
So early there.
Going to kill. It's a very strong move. It is like, people forget about Meta Knight because people don't play him too often.
3 panic options in a row from Zerzel. This should be the game here. But I feel like Tavares could have capitalized on it. And it's like, we're seeing these incredible combos from Meta Knight. We're seeing how he's able to optimize these edge guards. But really, the fact of the matter is, if he gets hit twice, he's losing the stock. And that has really been the story of Zerzel's gameplay. Zerzel has kind of been like quietly gliding along, it feels like, this game, because he's just been, we'll see these insane combos from Tavares, but then Zerzel will just hit him and pops. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't think Zerzel has gotten to 100% this game. I think Tavares is thinking about 300 twice, and you know that's kind of a different picture. I feel like Zerzel's been
could that be it?
But he catches it with the Dragon Laser, and that's a 3-0 from Zerzel. Zerzel winning Comic-Con 2014.
Season 14. Season 14.
I am so tired, y'all. I turned 14. Comic-Con 2023, Season 14. Wow, what an incredible set. You know, I thought that Meta Knight might have had the gas to do it there. I mean,
like, I was watching I was watching there in game 3.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like in awe of the Meta Knight. I'm like in this trance, and then I like pop back and realize, like, oh, they're on the same stock. Like, oh, I know how this goes. Like, you know, it's like it can very much go either way, but it's like, you know, like Zerzel just showing such composure, such discipline too, like with the exception of the neutral air dodge into spot dodge into down smash, which didn't even end up being that bad for him. He was able to get back to stage nonetheless. But I mean, really great play from both players, and an interesting set dynamic as well, because like we said, it's like, it's weird to see a character sort of ping pong around from characters like that, but I feel like with Tavares, excuse me, it's just like, it's almost like it's less of a desperation thing and more, again, like just he knew what he had to do, but like, could he do it? I mean, today, no, apparently not, but he could come back swinging, maybe develop like one of 3 of these characters some more, and we could see a very different grand finals next time.
I would love to see him develop Meta Knight, because like nobody plays that character, and I feel like that's kind of a little bit why Zerzel panicked there. It's like you died sub 100 twice, and you're just like, what do I do? And then just like kept mashing options, and I guess it worked out for him.
Yeah, no, because something that's like weird about playing a character with as polarizing matchups as Min is sometimes you don't realize quite how bad they are. Like, you know, in theory, like, oh, this is why this character beats me. But if you're not experiencing it and you're like getting practice against it, it's like you could just be like trying to like play your own game, going on autopilot a little bit. Bam! I got hit by a Meta Knight dash attack. I am dead. Like, or I am in a position to die here if he is correct. But
yeah, there's definitely a world where that could have been a game board there. But Zurzel finding that 3-0 win, finding the Comic-Con win. Of course, great play to all the players that competed in a great tournament that we had today at Comic-Con. Come back next year, folks. We're just going to be making it bigger and better. And maybe Chunky Kong will show up next time.
Yeah, maybe so.
I think Katie got sick, so
yeah, he didn't have a ride. He was out of commission.
So, whatever. But I think we're about
He'll
to
be here for 2 more months.
off, I believe. So I've been Sushi Nap.
Zeal, that's me, yeah. At ZealSSB on Twitter.
At Sushi Napa because I can't get Sushi Nap. So
Bro, you got to email him or something.
I got to email Elon, right? That's what Dox has been doing, right? Dox has been like, please, Elon, could I get just Doxa? I need it so badly for my brand.
That's
Doxa.
funny.
Anyways.
All right, but yeah, that's going to be pretty much all from us.
Yep.
Again, congratulations to Zurzel. Congratulations to Tavares. Everyone who made top 8.
Yeah.
Everyone who even just outplaced their seed today.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Everyone who showed up. I mean, again, great tournament. A really good opportunity because we often are discovering players who've never been to a tournament before here at Comic-Con, which is something so great about these tournaments. But
exactly.
It is now done.
Yeah, Camerific, for example. Camerific was Comic-Con goer into PR player. So, So that's just like another story example. So, of course,
so we'll just have to see how it shakes out for some of these first-timers,
But yeah, so I think we're going to be calling it there. We'll see y'all next year for Smash. So, peace out.
Bye, guys.